Ms. Annie Yang.
Good evening. Welcome, friends and family. For those of you from out of state, I hope you're enjoying this wonderful New Jersey humidity, as well as the nice bands you were given as you came in through the entrance. You know, the one that says program and has all our names written in it? Some people's hair may not be that happy about this weather, but don't worry, you all look great, just like the beautifully decorated cats performing, assembled together for the last time, as Nicole said. This kind of weather also doesn't work well with long speeches. So the good news is I only have 530 words left. Or maybe that's bad news. I have 2 pieces of advice, and then I'll leave it to Brittany, our wonderful valedictorian, to give those highly anticipated words of wisdom. I'm obligated to thank our teachers and staff, and in tribute to all the fun they had dealing with budget cuts in the past year, I'd like to share the latest news about our governor. For those of you who don't know, our governor recently traveled to his son's baseball game, not in a limo, but in a helicopter. When I found out, all I could think about was the unnecessary amount of gas that was used. Which brings me to our ridiculous gas prices and one of my favorite ways of battling them: hybrid cars. As a class, we share a few similarities to hybrids. They cost about $30,000, which is about how much your parents are going to be paying for you to go to college next year. They have terrible acceleration, and sometimes we're difficult to motivate academically. But the similarities stop there. Hybrids get about 50 miles per gallon, but some of us, we only get through about 15 minutes of first period before our stomachs start growling. Hybrids have a fantastic braking system, but we can be stubborn and resilient, as your parents know, and thus hard to stop. For example, no matter how many times our parking spots were threatened, many of us still walked into first period late, some with that infamous cup of Dunkin' Donuts. Finally, like any other car, hybrids can easily be repaired or replaced, no matter how terrible the accident. Our minds and our lives, however, cannot. And unfortunately, bad decisions can't be Control-Z. So there's my first piece of advice. We're not hybrids. By the way, only 200 words left. So I was reminded about responsibility again when I had a chance to hear the founder of Pandora Radio speak at a college's Admit weekend a few weeks ago. It's an online radio that I know Mr. Dingorf likes to use whenever he's not blasting Rebecca Black. During the Q&A session, a senior asked rather obnoxiously, should I drop out of college so I can have an international business, so I can run my international business? Or, should I stay in school and let my sister start training her and let her replace me? For the rest of the weekend, he was referred to as that guy. The guy who knows his success and will brag about it. The guy who takes his fortunes a little too much for granted. Hopefully, all of you always be responsible over both your actions and words, and will never be labeled as that guy. Remain humble and be appreciative. Before I leave, I'd just like you to think about how you'll never have to think about the following thoughts and let them go through your head again. 7 a.m. Waking up in the morning. Gotta go downstairs. Gotta get down to the bus stop. Instead, you'll probably wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. As you venture off on your own after tonight, I'm sure you'll feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind at some point. Despite the inevitable obstacles we'll all face, including those terrible gas prices, I know you'll all overcome every one of them while staying fly like a G6. And now my final 7 words. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2011.